Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
This is an Undertale. Stop.
The four of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, the numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey, where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 30 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck!
9?
We don't have time to count!
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here. It's not moving!
June was the last to speak up.
Oh,
As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small, red, blinking light.
there it is! At the end of the hallway. Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured, nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true. Urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Safe.
Yay. A 300-foot long hallway is just overkill 0.
No, but the bomb in the stomach isn't.
Yeah.
Looks like it stopped.
His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared.
Such a thing to say.
Where's Santa? They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Don't speak too soon. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. Can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
The funyarinpa! I mean, it's also the AI Somnian Files thing. To be fair.
Okay, I gotta get up for a sec, and then we'll get into this. Okay. Is this what you wanted me to
Yes.
see? This is kind of a weird-looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Sucking on a human being's brain. Brains, ow! Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there.
You don't want to know, Junpei.
You really don't.
It's a kind of weird-looking picture. It's some sort of weird black and white design. Looks like there's a room on the right side of this picture. An odd-looking picture with black and white pattern. Looks like there's a room on the right side of the picture. Okay, I get it.
Oh, that's a backsplash.
Mm.
That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it.
Thank you, June.
I hate this. I hate this
It's so ugly.
non-pattern.
This looks like something I'd make in House Flipper.
Yeah.
It's not even like a pattern.
What does
You
it
know?
mean?
It's so ugly.
It's so bad.
Zero's passion is interior decoration.
Tiles, they've all got geometric shapes on them. They sure do. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower! What?
I know,
I used a shower once!
new prediction. Beto uses Junpei.
Oh god.
You know, the good thing about writing Junpei is you would not need to be particularly smart.
True. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? She didn't say no.
Well, also, like, her little cowl thing, it's a scarf. It's
Yeah.
another fucking scarf.
Yeah. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. Looks like there's room to write it. Okay, okay. Do you want me to look in the bathroom again? I want to look around other stuff first. Matches. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Oh,
Guess it really has gone down.
are you worried about me?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy.
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Damn straight.
Is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Sure. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
He had to admit he was a little curious.
Oh my
Don't
god.
worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18. Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm
God.
not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments, she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh,
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. It's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty, too. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have the time to be relaxing on a sofa. But he's been walking around in wet shoes all day. It's a round wooden table.
Yup.
Sure is.
Ooh.
It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket, nothing exciting. Look, there's 2 pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning
Oh
red.
no, there was only one bed.
There was only one bed! Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay?
She's so shameless.
It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together? Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. Guys, there's more important things to worry about right now. The wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map screen. It can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Clicking the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view for that room. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. Jun looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is
A replica of the Titanic?
a replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the site
Yes.
of the
Yes.
worst accident in
Yes.
history.
Yes.
Yes!
100%.
Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A
So
curse,
that's what
huh?
happened to that submarine.
Yeah, exactly.
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
I don't think he seems like the kind of person who would believe in this
Yeah.
stuff. Nah, they're a load of crap.
Sorry, but I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff.
Tact was not one of Junpei's many better qualities.
What about
He
you?
doesn't have a lot of those.
No, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Have you ever heard that one?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right.
June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy.
That's stupid. I don't buy it.
It's true.
How can you be so sure?
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious. Totally unbelievable.
What is so unbelievable about it?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax. Yeah?
Saponification!
The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah,
God.
June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him.
ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Bro, I could go for some ice cream.
Right.
It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. Got a
Whoa.
key.
Dresser key. For the dresser that you got it from.
This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? You idiot! What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Forget it, Jumpy. There's nothing
This
inside.
is why he has no friends.
The chair that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. display case. The doors are empty. God. Just jump scared myself with the ugly wall again.
Tear it down, Junpei. Destroy it.
Cupboard, there's nothing useful in there. Well-polished mirror, dresser, nothing on top, blah blah blah. Bed frame, now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? It's a sofa. Maybe I shouldn't sit on it. June will get mad again. A room to the right of the base, yes, okay. Folder, just a shower head, shower knob, no water coming out. Well, let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Okay, so we're not gonna pull a Silent Hill. It's a shower head. It feels dry, too. That probably means no one has used it in a long time. Okay.
Wait, you don't think Zero's been here taking showers? Dude?
Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure. Leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room, because I think I investigated everything in there. It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. There's a square tile in this frame. It's glued in there quite well. I don't think you can take it out.
I'm just imagining Junpei walking in and seeing the two of them just staring at the frame, trying to figure it out.
What's up? You're going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. Huh. What, you think you're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. Okay. I get it. Yes, yes. What are you mumbling about? Did you figure something out? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. It's a kind of weird looking picture. It's some sort of weird black and white design. Yes, yes, yes. My dude. Gonna go check up on them. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. There seems to be a room on the left side.
And more ugly wallpaper, yep.
Ah! This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles.
Okay,
So ugly.
Sorry, I was writing things.
Oh.
Whoa, look. Junpei. There's a mushroom growing out of the wall.
Santa's never showered. Unlike Junpei, who showered once.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
That's a shower head. This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on. You know that because you have shower knob. Tried turning it, but no water comes out. Some toilet paper. We've got 2 rolls, I guess. Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. Tank's empty too. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in this one. The room in the back is dark. Aren't there any lights? Huh? This is a light switch, right? Sweet, I could use some light. Shoot, no dice. I think the bulbs are burned out? Either that, or the electricity to this room was deliberately shut off. I don't really give a crap why it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and we can't do shit about it. It's way too dark in here to see anything. We're going to need some light.
Santa drops the second most F-bombs in the series, by the way.
I can barely make out the bed.
Second most.
Second most.
Who drops the most?
A character in VLR.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant in this game, and I was like,
No.
what?
The
Probably
series.
cost me my life. Okay, here we go.
I was like, Santa has to be the one who says the most F-bombs in this
Dresser
game.
drawer,
Oh,
it's locked.
He's like 18 or something.
Let's see if this... Yes. Yes, it worked.
Ooh.
Aha!
Plate.
It's a cow plate.
Cow plate. Cow tool.
Dresser. There's nothing on top of it. Okay. It doesn't look like this light can turn on. Maybe we'll get lucky and find something else that can light this place up. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? Yes, I do. This tile. I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, I know. Kinda looks like the one we saw in the other room. There's a tile with a black and white pattern sitting in the display case. Shit, it's not opening. Alright, you grab that side of the table and I'll get the other. Let's smash this bitch open. I don't think that's going to work.
It's just glass.
That looks like tempered glass. I don't think throwing a table at it is going to break it.
Okay, but the rest of it's made of wood, right?
Stupid thing open. It's locked. Yeah, it looks like that way. Then we need to find the key that opens it. Okay. A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy.
This is the one escape room I would not respect the if it doesn't move, don't pull too hard rule.
You know, if I use these matches to light the candle... Aha! Awesome! With the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around over there. But it gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh yeah, good idea.
How close are you holding the candle to the flame for it to be that hot?
He's holding the wax.
It got pretty bright.
Yeah, there's a fucking mirror, dumbass.
Now we can look around a little.
Like, of course it's bright. You put a light source in front of a mirror.
This guy none of these people have brain cells.
They have like one brain cell for one very specific thing, and that is it.
Yeah. Anything under the blanket? Nope, nothing suspicious here. 2 pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows! Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down. Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out? We should go see.
Or it melted. That's a fast melting candle, Jesus!
My candle! There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kinda weird. You're right. It's all bumpy.
This is some Resident Evil shit.
A little bit,
Seriously.
It's some real fucking bullshit.
Let's see if the candlestick key will do anything.
Smash
Yes, it opened. Alright, pull that shit open.
God. Wait.
Hey,
Cow
Junpei,
plate.
you got a minute?
Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his
A
pocket.
bookmark.
It looked like a bookmark. It had 4-leaf clover on it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile. Because you're the protagonist and you have the inventory menu.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Okay.
I hate-
faith,
Okay, you
love,
edgelord.
and luck.
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
what does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
What do you want to do? I mean, I guess I'll take it. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages, that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What?
Yeah, what?
It's also
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
Oh my
What are
God.
you?
Santa's explanation made no sense.
4 is also oftentimes associated with the Japanese word for death.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Junpei
Yep.
was even more confused than before.
Play?
Play.
The stock market? You got stalked, Junpei?
Santa does.
Santonks?
It's the stock market in
God, you mean like the stock? I don't know. I think this is the funnier option.
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that?
I don't know.
I do stocks too, but
The This last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
You? A stockbroker?
Yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker.
That stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The voice screaming at them from the other side of the room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
The lady has spoken.
Santa sighed.
We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
And with that, Santa walked off slowly.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
He started after Santa intended to catch him, but Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Sofa looks pretty expensive. Okay. Hey, Junpei, the tile you've got. You think maybe you're supposed to put it in one of those empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? He's right. I think so too. But if that is the case, you're going to need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Don't you think we should collect all of them before you start putting them in? Why does it matter?
Nah. Waste of time. Speedrun strats.
I've got 2, so... So the question is, where's the 3rd one? Right? Yeah.
You know that curtain you got?
Oh yeah, that's right. Right. I completely
What?
forgot about that, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So... something here? I mean, it looks like a shower curtain.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
here
would-
it is.
yeah.
There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try
Open
spreading the
sesame.
curtains. Wow, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that?
Jesus Christ.
Focus. Focus.
They were into like those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion? Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots, you know that?
Yeah.
Maybe from
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Other
different
side.
angle.
Let's try spreading the curtains.
Hmm.
There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Might as well put it back. Alright, looking through this hole I can see. Yep. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Well, then that means... then that means what?
Can I tell you?
Hang on. Yeah, I don't know.
Go to the other bathroom.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
You have 2 rooms and they're mirror images of each other.
Yes. No, that's not what this is. I'm just being like a bridge between the 2 rooms. Uh-huh. You just keep telling yourself that. Now get out of here and go help June. Okay.
Do you still
Here it
have
is.
the... Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails, and yes!
Yeah.
Aha!
cool. Plate.
Woohoo!
I don't have a Yahoo soundboard thing, sadly. Okay.
They won't go together outside of the frame.
Okay.
I have a golf club.
Here we go. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put tiles in the empty spaces. Alright,
There we
gonna
go.
give it a shot.
I got a yippee for you.
Yeah.
Yippee!
I have a...
What is that?
There it is.
Yes! I did it! There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Nice. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies
There
on
it
the
is.
theory of morphic resonance.
Real
I
person.
can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Isn't Cosmo Sheldrake's dad?
I was about to say that. You know the
Yeah.
musician Cosmo Sheldrake and his brother Merlin? The mycologist who wrote a book about mushrooms and then grew mushrooms out of it and ate them?
Oh my god.
That's their father.
And Cosmo Sheldrake's music is banger.
Oh, it is.
Santa put his hands
They're
on
also
his head,
twins.
as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
The last one. Yeah,
Last one.
the last one. You have to do it.
A funyarinpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Here and here.
Junpei indicated parts of the picture that looked exactly like the other parts. After 3 seconds of silence, Lotus looked at Junpei.
What the hell is a funyarinpa?
What do you mean? What the hell is a funyarinpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous. Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the funyarinpa.
The fucking delivery on this is killing me. This is really good.
Yeah.
Another 3 seconds of awkward silence went by. Lotus opened her mouth as she shook.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See? Like this.
My Bobby.
Lotus pointed out parts of the picture, and eventually a dog took shape in them. It looked as though she had a point. Iggy. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Someone needs to get this breed of dog and name it Funyarinpa.
I believe it is a Boston Terrier.
Yes.
Yes.
A black and white Boston Terrier named Funyarinpa.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
And whenever someone asks you why you named it that, just say, "You mean you don't know?"
How
They took
dare
two
you
similar
not know?
pictures.
Okay,
Both of them were
okay.
difficult to identify initially.
Somebody has to do that in Akane should do that. Actually,
Akane would.
it's really funny.
Oh god.
God.
But once
Get
you figured out the
Akane and the
answer, you
Funyarinpa.
couldn't see it as anything else. These two pictures. The
Like,
first was a
you
woman
guys
wearing
don't
a
have
hat.
Funyarinpa in your world?
The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TSA.
I'm gonna be our beep.
This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same two pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Lotus looked back and forth, from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner.
It means they didn't have a big enough sample size.
Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
Dude, you're acting real suspicious right now.
Thus.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong, unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog.
A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Alright, well, we got the key, so... Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Yes, unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. Alright, let's go. Something about that screen is just really funny. Just, you found it.
Dora the Explorer voice.
They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway.
Oh, another hallway.
Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway.
Come on, open!
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
They took hold and shook, but it refused to move.
Look over here!
Nearby was a pair of elevators.
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
All right, here I go.
Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly.
Oh. so it's a kitchen.
Santa did not look pleased.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last, she stood in front of a door.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that?
No good.
Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. Where'd the voices go? Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy.
Anyway, let's take a look.
There he is again.
That was weird. Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did...
Hey!
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him.
Let me see that.
She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself.
I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
Junpei did as he was told.
What did you figure out?
Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well.
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei.
Thanks.
He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Scooby Gang. Uh-oh. I think we can all agree that Junpei is Scooby, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Beans.
1, 2, 3. There's 10 of them. If you flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. They're soup plates. They're made that way so that the soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? He said, in this economy? Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, well excuse me, princess. I think there are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. What? Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Called out. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. I'm just enjoying Lotus's knowledge of fancy dining. Those plates are for serving meat. Ugh,
Meat?
You really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Countertop. I've got a rolling pin and a colander. Nothing useful, in other words.
Oh, the whole bowl.
The whole bowl? I mean, yeah. It's a tank with a pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. That's the exit. There's a big old iron plate over the door. I don't think we can open it. There's a voucher at the end of the counter. This voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 appetizers, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here? And hexadecimal it's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15, and 10 is 16. The 10 becomes 16 in base 10. I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. Jeez. I think I get it. All we've got here is a pot and frying pan, and a pressure cooker. Well, I guess we could use some of those as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. It's just a joke, bro. Why so serious? Okay, well... There are some bottles of seasoning in here. Oh, lights. It's nice to have something finally go our way. Door we came in through. Okay. Yep.
Did you put your hands in the sink?
Oh, a countertop. There's a rolling pin and colander here, nothing useful. The sink. It's still got water in it. There are a couple of plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much.
You never know.
It's a sink with water in it, a couple of plates in the water.
Yep, okay.
Whetstone.
Oh, I get it, because it's by the sink. It's wet. That was my Junpei impression.
Do you know why it's actually called a whetstone?
I don't actually.
Because you use it to wet your blades. That means sharp. Wet means sharpen.
Yes.
Like when you're wetting your appetite.
Maybe this table is for
understand
preparing
everything
food.
now.
There are plates everywhere. Trash can. There's nothing inside of it. Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Damn it,
I'm
there's
thinking about
nothing
my
in here.
other silly little muse who would stick his hands in the trash can.
Oh, yeah, she.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Santa, digging through the trash really suits you. What the hell did you say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you'd just piss and moan, so I did it for you. Oh my. I don't recall asking you to do anything. I ought to throttle you. Squeeze me? Does it feel colder in here? God.
Can you tell when this game was written?
Alright, it's going. Do you think this was all part of Zero's plan? Probably. Kinda hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere. I wonder what this drawer is. You see the metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so that the fat and juices can drip off of the meat while it cooks. Yep. So, drawer seems to be stuck. It won't open. Looks like the area under the plate opens up.
Junpei,
No,
put
you
your
can't.
hands on the grill.
I already checked. It's sealed shut. I
Junpei,
think
put your
that's where
hands on the grill.
where the goal goes.
Intrusive thought. Junpei, put
There's
your
some
hand on the
goals
grill.
down there. They're bright red. The grill ready to grill.
Yeah?
I thought Santa was the one who put his hands on the grill.
Okay, well... What were the numbers of stuff again? Okay, what does it say? Junpei, do you remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? Yeah, of course I do. Here's a little quiz. What would 9 plus F be? Oh god, hang on. F was 15, okay. 24. That's right. Good job, you're a fast learner. Okay, so 9 A F 10. Oh wait, hey. Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. It's a lot of notes. They've got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. It's like a bunch of instructions for using the cooking utensils. Okay. Okay, hang on. 9 A F 10. That's... God damn it. It's the display area above the buttons. Yeah, obviously. This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the open door. I feel stupid. So,
I don't remember this room at all.
Oh, is there a, did you check the door behind you? Or is that the one that you came out of?
there's a lot of doors in here. Hang on.
That
Oh, yeah.
door.
Yeah, it's a bolt and it's really rusty.
That one.
Will this even open? We won't know till we try. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's see if you're gonna come out. Damn. No dice. Well, I can move the doorknob. And I'll bet all we need to do is get this bolt off.
Yank it again.
Smash it with wet stone.
Door. There's a bolt keeping us from opening it.
Find a sledgehammer and just.
There was another door too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is
That
probably a
cheese?
pantry.
Yeah, it's cheese.
Cheese.
Cans lining every shelf in here. Wooden box on the second row, though.
oh,
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
The knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Futile.
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh?
Normal thing to say.
it's so
Akane,
normal, girl.
You are such a creature.
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing his question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
No, I haven't.
No, I
Nobody
haven't.
hasn't heard
I've heard
anything
that one.
ever, apparently.
In 1892, 14 years before the Titanic sank.
I actually have heard about this.
a
Well, yeah,
novel
you
was
played the game
published.
before.
Well, like no, before before I played the game, I heard it in another in a Titanic video.
It was called Futility. It was written by an American novelist named Morgan Robertson. The story was about a big cruise ship colliding with an iceberg and sinking. Of course, if that was the only similarity, there wouldn't be any reason to mention it. It wasn't, though. The name of the ship, its nationality, course, departure time, size, displacement, maximum speed, number of passengers and crew, the number of lifeboats, even the location of the accident itself, and the cause, and the location of the damage. Everything matches the Titanic almost exactly. It was almost as if he'd seen the whole thing happen. But this book was written 14 years before the Titanic sank.
This is how people are going to talk about The Simpsons in years to come. And all the things that they predicted.
But that's
Yeah.
not all.
Oh,
Yeah.
if somebody
It wasn't
showed
just
Akane The
futility that
Simpsons.
predicted
Oh,
the
God.
Titanic. There were two
She'd go
other
nuts.
similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Yes.
What do you mean,
We
yes?
actually
That
know the
stuff's a
thing.
load of bull. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
The spirit realm is not bound by regular time.
Spirit
not
realm,
it.
time is a flat circle.
What's not it?
Yeah, the time.
Wibbly
Knight,
wobbly,
we've all seen
timey
it.
wimey.
Stead wasn't
The
possessed
doctor
by a
is from the
spirit.
spirit realm.
Oh my god, he was the doctor.
He was doing the possessing.
June was the doctor all along.
What are you smoking?
I want to know. I'd like some too.
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
She's got that good Walmart kush.
Akane
He decided
smoked
it
well
was
under the
probably
table.
best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad.
Well,
Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Oh my god.
Huh? But
Her voice trailed off, and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June lightly on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. Well, gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this. Maybe
Dab
sharpen
Santa.
it. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. I should be able to cut something pretty good with this.
Okay, I was actually curious, and that guy that she mentioned did actually die on the Titanic.
Huh.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. He helped to raise the age of consent in England to 16.
Good for him.
Yeah, guess what it was before?
I don't want to know.
Me
Yeah.
either. That is so much cheese. Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright, guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you.
I'm just thinking about this guy now who writes this extremely specific story and then goes on a boat that matches many of the specifics of the story that he wrote about a boat sinking. And I'm like, dude, why would you tempt the fates like that? Could never be me.
Seriously.
Honestly, yeah.
There's a little green bottle back there.
Maybe he was dying anyway, and he was like, you know what would be really funny?
Just make sure you don't
lined up
cut
on
the
shelf.
cheese with that.
This is
This
Gouda
is, like,
cheese.
Really I'm reading this guy's Wikipedia article, and it's actually really fucking interesting.
It just
Okay,
reminds me
Connie.
of the. It just reminds me of the one lady, who survived 3 separate ship crashes.
Violet!
Yeah,
Violet Jessup? Was it Violet Jessup?
yeah. She was on the Titanic, and she was also on the 2 other liner ships from the White Star Line.
Why
Again,
would
it's
you
like at
go
that
back?
point, you gotta stop.
Yeah,
Why
she was
would
on
you do it again?
She survived the sinking of the Titanic, the Britannic, and was aboard the Olympic when it collided with the warship HMS Hawk.
Or counterpoint, why do these boats keep letting her on them?
She was employed by the
she's
White
the
Star Line.
cause.
It was her job.
Fire her.
I mean,
The
they,
second one.
okay, really, really funny though. They like actually fired a bunch of the people who were on the Titanic after it went down
Oh my
because the White Star Line is a fucking horrible.
But they didn't fire this woman.
No, I think no, she had already had like a job lined up to go onto the other Titanic class ship. That's really interesting. This guy was like an investigative journalist and like one of the great newspaper writers of his era. He was going to the United States on the request of President Taft, which is why he was on the fucking Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Then he died. William Taft killed him.
I would make a joke, but it's spoilers.
DM it to me.
Alright, this is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you can store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry. At all. I guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this.
Dude, I'll also send you the joke.
There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight.
Also very interesting, when I was reading on that guy's Wikipedia article, they also mentioned that he told stories to entertain the kids on the Titanic during the cruise. And one of the things that he told a story about was the cursed Egyptian mummy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And he had also he was also like a big proponent of spiritualism. He was one of the people who got tricked into believing that these performers had psychic powers.
I want to keep making jokes, but I can't. I'm so mad. Beto, how dare you do this to me? You silence me.
I'm
Me
sorry.
for no spoiler.
It's only
I love
partition,
you.
There's nothing else. Did you
Who,
see
me?
that action movie that came out last week? Nah, I heard
there
it was critically panned. I don't know, it's pretty enjoyable with a little pot.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, that's
I hate
awful.
that.
Oh God. At least it wasn't on the chopping block.
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm adding new
On top
sounds.
of the stove, if there are some ingredients around here, I could cook something up for us. Lotus, you can actually cook.
Love you,
Who the
Rescinded.
hell do you think I am? You'd better believe I know how to boil hot water and put in my instant noodles. and I can boil eggs too. She's
Lotus.
just like me for real.
Hey,
Please.
some people can't boil eggs.
True. It's actually very hard to get a soft-boiled egg right. I love soft-boiled eggs, though.
I don't
Okay.
like eggs. I only like deviled eggs.
Its bolt is rusty in place. It
I
won't
know.
budge. Of course. Maybe if I put some oil on it. Hey, just a little bit of oil and come on, you little son of a bitch. Whoa! Ha! Yes, gotcha, you little bastard. You did it, Jumpy. You're so smart. No, he's not. As Junpei walked
Oh,
into
here
the
we are.
room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, it's cold in here. What is this place?
Are you blind? It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation. Yeah.
No way. That's way too
Everyone
cold.
went into the fucking freezer like dumbasses.
Yeah.
I'll freeze
The
solid
freezer
in
was way too
seconds.
cold for a twink.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to.
I mean,
pass
Junpei's
on
wearing like 3
I'm going to
separate
the
layers.
rest.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
White puffs
No
of steam
shit.
hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But
Junpei had scarcely opened his mouth. Scarcely.
Uh-oh.
When the thunderous sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find that the door they had only recently come through was closed.
At least Lotus is on the outside this time.
Yeah! Junpei rushed to the door.
no! Why did it suddenly close?
Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob.
Ah!
It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen.
But why?
They quickly deduced that the pipe next to the door had ruptured. Obviously.
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Then the grunting ceased and they could hear light panting as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Not even gonna try to help?
Oh,
Of course not.
I mean, to be fair, if it's frozen on the inside, there's not really much she can do.
Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
I'm sure this will help her fever.
You're right. Well, let's just take a good look around this room, okay?
Right.
They pushed in close to one another and began to search. Dry ice. Neat. Junpei picked up the dry ice with his sleeves so as to avoid burning himself.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if
you
I
don't
know.
wanna know.
How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Junpei looked at her, dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off.
Gargle mouth.
Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yeah, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least
I
she was
have a
still
new-
feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told
I have a
himself.
new nickname for the group chat.
Oh god.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Live
go.
Santa reaction.
Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei. Do we want to encourage her to info dump?
Yes.
Yes, always.
It did seem rather odd.
Go off,
It is
Queen.
kind of weird.
June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure.
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water
Weird
that
how those
freezes
numbers
at
keep coming
96
up.
degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Oh my god.
Water that
Repeat
freezes
the
at
same thing.
96 degrees.
All
Ice
the
that won't
time. It's the
melt
visual
until
novel
it's
curse.
96 degrees. Junpei was cold as hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet, then put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9.
9.
Woo!
Originally,
Ice
Ice
9
9 was a
mentioned.
made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently,
Wait.
scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds
I'll
and
be right back.
graphite. They're
Alright.
both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup.
She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is, all glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like, how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei was honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To his surprise, it was Santa and not June who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Junpei felt that Santa might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright, guys.
Welcome back.
I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. Seriously. I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold.
That's not. No.
No.
Santa.
So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Santa, no.
Iceland is green.
Sweet.
Greenland is icy.
Yes.
Everyone knows this.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their search.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
There's water dripping from this pipe. It looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze it in place. This water actually seems almost warm. It's a thin pipe. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. Hey, Junpei, didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah. There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together?
With some uranium.
Explosion! I mean,
This thing
honestly,
is
if you just
covering
put...
something. It's frozen solid. I can't flip it over.
Honestly, if you just put dry ice in a sealed container, it will explode.
There's some frozen meat up there. Looks
Blow the
like
door
pork.
up.
Huh? What's this? It looks like a tag or something.
Chunk of
Chunk
pork.
of pork.
Chunk of
Chunk
pork.
of pork. Chunk of pork.
Chunk of pork.
Chunk of pork.
Meat on the bone.
Oh God.
Oh, I got another pinky.
Ice that keeps. Maybe if I put some of the dry ice into a sealed container with some of that warm water. The cover, it's frozen in place. I can't get it off. It's a thin pipe. Everything's frozen in here. It doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. Aha! There's so
Thank
much
God.
stuff in here. Why don't we take some of it out, Jumpy? A rope.
Why is there rope?
Oh, you know.
Reasons. A water bottle. There isn't anything else here that looks useful. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. Yes,
Remember, you have a menu where you can combine things.
yeah. I was like, do I need to fill the
Off the meat.
bottle with water
Yeah,
first?
well, you have something else in your inventory. Go down 2.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Do you have to take the lid off the bottle first?
Do you have to look at the tag on the meat though? Because he pointed that out and we didn't look at it.
Yeah. Well, I tried like
You
using
have
the
to press
knife
the search
to.
button. No, on the go to the meat. Hit the search button.
Oh. Jumpy, is there a slip of paper in that meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If we try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room.
I wonder where there might be something warm.
I don't know if we'll be able to do that until we can get out.
Yeah.
Try. Can you search the bottle?
Yeah, because I'm thinking. Do you have to
Water
take the lid
bottle.
off?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Can you search the dry ice? Sometimes you do have to like search an item before you can use it.
Yeah. It's
Dry
weird
ice.
like that.
Can't you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Explode? Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas. That is true.
Dry ice and meat.
I don't know. Hey guys, take a look at this. Ta-da! Knife! Well, I guess the cold finally got to him.
Oh, he flopped even with a Kane.
Jumpy, you're scaring me. It's a rope. Well, we could use it to attach something to something else, I suppose.
Can you use the rope on the door?
Let's start off by putting the dry ice into the water bottle. But the
Or
dry
you
ice
just
is too
click the
big.
door.
Well, you gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius?
Combine the dry ice with the knife.
Explode.
No.
Are you kidding
Oh.
me?
Are you fucking serious?
Imagine if that was a bad ending.
Use the meat on the dry ice?
We tried that already.
Oh, did
Yeah,
we?
but maybe it'll do something
Can
this
you-
time. No.
Can you get warm water into the water bottle somehow?
I was trying to do that before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not doing anything.
That seems like the
Uh,
obvious solution to me, but I guess that's just not what we're doing.
Hold up.
Hey, try the knife on the cover.
Knife. The cover,
No.
it's frozen in place. I can't get it off.
Alas.
It's frozen in place. I can't get it off.
You tried the dry ice on the pipe?
Water flowing from the
Nope.
Dry ice on the meat? No, not that. The water on the meat?
Water on the meat.
Water on the meat.
No, not that.
Water
Not
on
that.
the meat.
The warm water from the pipe.
Water on the meat. Water on the meat.
Nope.
Damn it.
Try turning around. Maybe we missed something.
Oh yeah, is there anything else in the freezer?
What about? Yeah.
Not that one, the other one.
I mean, I looked in there before and...
Hmm.
Oh! Frozen chicken!
Hey!
Good.
Search
We
it.
got more.
It's really hard. It's frozen stiff. Hey, June, can you say that again?
Junpei, I hate you.
Say it again. It's really hard. Again. It's really
Junpei, I hate you.
Oh my
so
god,
much.
I hate him so much too.
Thanks. Is something wrong, Junpei?
I read that
Your
as
face is
something
bright
wrong with
red.
Junpei.
There obviously
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Nothing, I'm fine. If it's that hard, you can probably use this hammer. Yeah,
The
good
thing
point.
is, the thing is, I know Akane knows. I know she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can use it to break something.
And the funny thing is, Junpei is like arguably one of the least horny of Uchikochi's male protagonists.
So use the chicken wing on the ice. On the dried ice.
Okay, need to crush the dry ice. Okay.
Well, why can't you use the raw
I
hunk of
don't
meat
know.
then?
Yeah,
the
why
other
doesn't
meat
the
would
pork work?
Moon logic puzzle.
Alright, the dry ice is all in pieces now.
Why can't he just like step on it or something? Like,
Yeah, why can't we just whack it against the floor?
God.
Now you can put it in the bottle.
I feel like they should have a visual novel that has several different options for that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just get interesting dialogue depending on what you do.
I'm gonna put these pieces of dry ice into the water bottle. Water bottle with
And
dry
we-
ice in it.
Put
Yeah.
hot water in the bottle.
There's warm water flowing from the pipe.
Are you kidding?
I think it's really funny that 3/4 of us have played this.
And we're
and
still
we're
struggling.
I haven't played this in over 2 years. So
Maybe you need to tie the rope around the bottle first.
No, hang on.
Yeah.
I did
Oh.
the search. So you put the dry ice in the water bottle, Jumpy? If it explodes, it can probably blast away the ice on the door. So how are we gonna get it to stay against the doorknob?
wow.
Rope.
Use rope.
Rope.
And let's
rope
just
on
tie a
it.
rope on there. Water bottle
Water
bomb!
Fancy rope job.
Hey, why don't we use that rope to tie the bottle on the doorknob? We just have to put some water in it, and then if we can give it a good whack with something, kaboom! It'll explode and break the ice off the door. And what are we waiting for? I can't take this cold any longer.
You're the most warmly dressed besides Junpei.
There's warm
Well,
water
why is your
flowing from the
Yippee
pipe.
so much higher quality than mine?
Hello?
Shush.
Okay. Warm water dripped from the ruptured pipe near the
Put
door.
water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
We just need to give it a little tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Well, you got lots of meat.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Scattered across it were pieces of dry ice
Do
left
not
over
touch
from
that
the
with your
larger
bare
chunk
hands. Do not
he'd crushed
touch that.
earlier.
Alright,
Sir.
this ought to do the trick.
No!
No.
He pulled his sleeve down over his
Okay.
hand to keep from getting
It'll
burned
be
and
pretty
grabbed
cold.
the chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad
At
idea.
least
literally
he
have
didn't
2
grab it with
chunks
his
of meat.
bare ass hand.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good size, about as big as a pool ball.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Both Santa and June looked at him with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look,
Into
right
the
here.
hole.
We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open
Into
the
the
door to
hole.
the small cellar.
Come on, get inside.
Santa and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, and prepared to throw.
All right, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
Who counts
Counting
like
the
that?
wrong way.
You're counting the wrong way.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry, dude. All right, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
All right, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
And then
Junpei
he
threw the
missed.
chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar with Santa and June, just as... Boom. Junpei leapt up out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy, the ice on the door. Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes. All right, let's see if it opens.
Junpei grabbed the knob and pushed with all his might. The door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
June, relieved, collapsed onto the floor.
Move!
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Fuck!
God.
Why would you do that? He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage.
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey,
Where
where's
the fuck is
Lotus?
Lotus?
What happened to all the plates, too?
It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest.
Queen.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off of the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked toward her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die.
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't
What the hell?
it? Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door. But I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true that there wasn't much she could have done, but something about her tone. Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside. But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the grill complete, Santa swaggered back toward Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
You could say the same to you, Santa.
Yeah.
What have you done since getting here?
Okay, so
Meat.
what do I have? I have meat.
Meat. Put it on the grill. Put it on the grill.
Where grill? Where grill? Where did the grill go?
Wait. It there.
Santa destroyed it in a fit of rage.
Okay. You could probably heat stuff up on there, you know? Huh? Yes.
You have to have the meat out.
Yes.
Hold
There we
the
go.
meat. Cradle the meat in your hand.
Guess I'll
Caress the meat.
Guess I'll put this
Firmly
meat
grasp
on the
it.
grill.
Caress the meat.
What are you
Have a
doing?
snack.
What are you going to do if the paper burns?
What? Oh.
Come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? We just gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Jumpy, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm— Ow!
Ouch!
See? I told you. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. That thing's frozen. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So are we going to have to cut the meat? Yeah, looks that way.
Good thing we got a knife.
Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife, yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut out the paper. C plus 10 plus
Pork
F.
note. Is there anything on the back?
No.
No.
Okay. So C plus 10 plus F. So C is 10. So C is 12. And F was
15?
15, I think, yeah. So it's called pork note.
Yeah.
So is it a 6-digit thing or do I add them? Let's see.
I don't think it's addition.
Yeah.
I think
This
it's
is
those.
probably what you're
three
supposed to use to
numbers.
enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Junpei, maybe the note you found earlier. Yeah, I know. Do you know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter and C is for clearing. So basically, when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. So if I screw up, just press C, right? Otis nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, so it would be 12, 10... Huh?
So it can only have 3 numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12 plus 10 plus 15 is 37. Nope. 037?
What's the numbers you got?
Because you had 3 numbers.
Yeah. It's 12, 10, 15. Oh, so would it be 205? Hey, you're just punching in random numbers, aren't you? Maybe if you just enter it like it said in the hint. Ah,
Wait.
shut up! Just shut up!
10 isn't 10 in hexadecimal.
Oh, right! Okay, so...
What?
It's 12, 16. Not 15. So... Hang on. Calculator save me.
You have a calculator in the game.
Oh, that's right.
Press the left arrow key.
Wrong one.
Oh.
It...
I don't know what it is on.
Okay.
There you go.
12 plus 16 plus 15 equals 43.
Is the last one plus? I thought it was minus.
Yeah, no, it's
it is
plus.
I'm blind.
So,
So 43.
there we go.
Yay!
Sounds like metal is falling. Well, I guess that went well. Yeah, the door
Yay.
opened. Good job, Jumpy. Yes, I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Jumpy! Let's get out of here. Yes, let's go.
You found it!
I've solved your kitchen
I
puzzle.
think we've been here before.
A metal grate stretched from wall to wall. Beyond it were 2 elevators and the entrance to the kitchen.
The elevators are over there, so that means
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
next move.
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D. First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors.
2 doors
They
down.
were both locked. We
Whoa.
couldn't open them.
Full reference. The game, not.
Now, Route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
Then do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is open? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed, but it's open now. What do you think that means?
They
They
came
opened
through
it.
here.
Most likely.
Go!
If we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means
All 4 looked at the map. They all looked at the staircase, its lazy curve leading down deeper into the ship.
Route D, then.
D it is.
Yup, Route D.
then we're set.
They jogged down the stairs until they reached the C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The water gazed back at them, its smooth surface like a great mirror.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Another strange mark.
Hey, look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it. It's like...
You deserve that, dude. Lotus had taken hold of Junpei's hair. She began to shake him violently, and he thought he heard a low growl coming from her throat.
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
Such violence. Junpei began to wonder if she was not the devil itself. With an uncomfortable smile, June spoke up.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever.
Don't say that.
If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need
What
a
is
key
wrong
card with the
with
Mercury
him?
symbol on it.
What is wrong with
Wait.
everyone in this game?
Seriously.
The
guess we can
actual
go on.
answer, a lot.
Let's just disregard the elevators.
So much.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
They weren't sure how many, but certainly enough to be discouraging.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
To their right was a small hallway.
And now the right hallway.
Quickly, they headed into it. It was approximately the same size as the alcove in front of the stairs. The hallway led down... Can I read? The hallway led toward the stern, and at its end was a set of double doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found an unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Here we are.
It's the bedroom.
This would probably, once we get things established here, probably be a good place to stop for the night.
Yeah. He simply stood, unable to speak. The others simply stared, open-mouthed. After a few long moments, Santa managed to speak.
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on the 4 companions. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds.
It's the bedroom.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Oh my god. It's not just, there's only one bed. There's too many beds.
Too many beds.
They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
Is this a hospital?
He had at least been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room.
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Junpei headed toward the doors, weaving his way between the beds. He started with door 3 on the left and moved to the right until he reached door 8. All firmly shut, of course.
It's no use.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
No!
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Ike, are you okay?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one,
It's just blank.
There's nothing on it.
right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
It's not responding.
All 4 took turns placing their hands over the red, but it refused to respond. They pulled at the lever and still it did nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red for door 8 that was behaving strangely.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
It was at that moment that they heard a voice from behind them.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
They spun around to see,
Snake!
Snake!
but it was more than just Snake.
That guy.
Ace! Clover! 7!
And them.
Although they were glad to see one another, it wasn't terribly surprising that they had. If it had been the other party who'd opened the gate in front of the kitchen, it wasn't unreasonable that they'd bump into one another eventually. The rest of Snake's team, however, did look rather surprised.
How?
How did you end up here?
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Again? You hit him with your car again?
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again.
I feel like...
No, go.
I feel like this is actually like a really, really good place to just pause it.
Yeah.
Because stuff begins happening
Yeah.
after they exchange info.
As
Okay,
usual.
well, I'll just save here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Wrong.
Oh,
'Cause,
and
like,
you can
there's
check
not-
the
there's not really,
flowchart,
like-
too.
Oh,
There's not really like...
they have a built-in flowchart. That's good.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, only
This
for
is
this, though.
This is a Spike Chunsoft game. Of course it has a flowchart. But yeah, there's not really like chapters or acts in this game, unless you like finish to an ending. So, you know.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, at least in this, you don't have to like replay from the very beginning. You can go back to the point where you made a decision and then make a different decision.
Yeah, if you've ever played AI Somnium File, it's similar
I have
to that.
not.
Oh, I should play that for you. It's so good.
Yes, I love Somnium
Yes,
Files.
I love it.
All right,
Mhm.
that's gonna be enough for now. So I will see you all next time.